If you've come this far, you know that we're in deep shit. The abyss is bad, okay? Don't think about it too hard.
Or not at all.
Or just not at all. But that's where we are. That's where we are. We're gonna do our best to kill a timeline. And for the love of the God Machine and everything holy in it, we will succeed.
Together, we can answer the Spirit's call and right the wrongs of this and all realities.
In the other world, the timeline that shouldn't exist, the heroes, fools, have decided to build an army of ghosts by going to a city in, I suppose it would be around Lower Vermont in our world. But in this world, the United States doesn't exist. Technically, I suppose they'd be colonies right now in 1692, but those colonies don't exist. This is a new world, a different world, a world of horrors, and there are horrors here before you. You look out past the heads on spikes, down the Golden Brick Road, which reminds Hannah of the cursed time they had in Danvers Asylum. You see a gleaming crystalline city, which did attack you earlier and Mona deflected it. Then, suddenly, a portal opens and pouring out of it are these monstrous monkeys with wings grafted to their backs. They appear to be some sort of horrific experiment, and some of them have more eyes than they ought to, in very clear Frankenstein-y attempts to put them together. Ethel, as you look at them, your death sight flickers for a moment, and you can tell that they are not alive. These flying monkeys are some sort of undead. The team is assaulted by these creatures, and that's where we pick up our story. Hunts the Storm, Parallax, Mona, Hannah, and also Alora are going to need to roll some sort of magic or some sort of skill check. Ethyl, Stubbs, Ermengarde, Ward will not need to roll any sort of check in that situation.
Because they're deaf?
No, they just don't attack you at all. They veer away from you.
Oh.
So this is just like defense?
Yeah, it absolutely could be defense. So you can take a dodge action here, and I'll roll for them at a penalty, if that's the way that you'd like to defend against them. But I was thinking that you would pick a skill or an arcana, and then use that arcana or skill to defend yourself. So, for example, you might choose Dex Athletics to jump out of the way.
And these are ghosts, not spirits?
These are not ghosts. In fact, Hannah doesn't know what they are. Only Ethel sees that they are dead. They are physically flesh, though, and they are physically grabbing you, and they are physically trying to carry you into the sky.
Oh, no.
Question. Do they feel like the Deathles do to me? Like they're constructs of dead things controlled by somebody else?
It does feel a lot like that. So you'd have to roll Death Gnosis to try to understand it, and it would take your turn this round.
Okay. Okay. I don't think Ethel's going to do that. But Alora's going to swing at them with her axe.
Yeah.
She ain't taken out by no monkeys.
Yeah. Stupid monkeys.
Stupid monkeys.
Oh yeah, use your lightsaber.
Gotta have that. Yeah, I'm gonna lightsaber / anything that comes near me. I'm going to reflexively hone my form to go back to being super strong, dexterous, mini Hulk Hannah. What's 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's so many dice. Yeah, so I can just reflexively roll that.
Yep.
And then I'm going to use my lightsaber. I get a bunch.
Oh, would this cause paradox because we're in the abyssal realm?
Oh, Hannah knows this, but they're really freaked out by the monkeys. I don't know how you do PTSD in Mage because we constantly are encountering
Oh, yeah.
trauma. But yeah, reflexively does it. Gets 4.
Yeah, and I think that it would be appropriate if you'd like to, for role-playing purposes, roll resolve composure. But I also think that Hannah has really put a lot of that trauma in the past. So seeing this is not as triggering as you thought that it would be, because of when you reclaimed your memories, you kind of can see this horrific time and place and just cruise right through.
And now my strength is 6. And my dex is going to be 4, which is going to be useful for everything. Weaponry, which thank God I took it down in. It's 7 dice.
And using your shovel, you do reduce the paradox, but there is still going to be 3 dice of paradox on this.
1, 2.
You can spend mana to reduce it down to 0 if you have 3 mana.
I only have... Well, I guess I have 7 mana left, but I'd like to use them for stuff in the future. I rolled 3.
Okay, well, the spell happens. You burst out Hulk form. Paradox does not occur on those 3 dice, so you're actually fine.
Nice. We've been very lucky.
So yeah, go ahead and roll that dice pool. What's everybody else? Anybody else think they know what they're using to defend themselves?
Oh, I got 3. I got 4 successes on the thing and then 3 on the swords.
Nice.
Laura got 3 on the axe. And once everyone else does what they want, Ethel's going to see if she can overtake the person who's controlling these constructs and control them herself.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'll let the rest of the group lessen the number. I have to try to do that too first.
Mona is going to attempt to throw holy water at the one closest to her.
Holy water. Where did you get holy water? You made it on the ship? Is this holy water?
I got it. It's in my inventory. I've had it for a long time.
It is... Okay, let's do this 2 different ways. So,
I might have gotten it from my my mentor way back when.
Okay.
He was really religious.
So it is water. It is precisely water that may have been blessed, and so you could use it as a +2 yantra bonus on a prime gnosis spell to tear these things apart. So why don't you roll prime gnosis +2? Cool. Hunts the Storm?
Yeah, I would like to use occult and wisdom, I guess, or primal urge, or in wits or intelligence.
Yeah, absolutely. So
I have an ability, wisdom, occult, resolve, or
Absolutely.
composure. I have 3 dots of wisdom. Yeah, wisdom, composure, and occult.
which leaves us with Parallax.
I'm going to take out my sword, dex weaponry. I got 3 successes at stabbing monkeys.
Okay. So the monkeys, as they run at you, do seem quite fearsome, and I'm going to roll for them. They got 3 successes, but they also got 1 10. And they got another 10 on that 10. So, Charlotte, did you get successes on the prime plus gnosis?
Did you see my face while I was rolling?
No.
Because I got 11 successes.
Okay, we'll get to that.
Okay.
Ish, how's it going for you?
I got almost half, well, a little over half that. I got 6 successes.
Yeah, okay. So the monkeys do pretty good, and they start to like overwhelm the group, but Hunts the Storm, you like organize everybody and you're like, okay, back to back. If they can't reach us, they can't get us. These creatures are mindless, and you take advantage of that. You gain a beat as you do so for your excellent tactics and coordination. Meanwhile, Mona just takes this container of holy water and throws it. It explodes. It just burns away these monkeys. That many of them completely destroyed, but in general, the whole population is very badly injured. Then, Ethyl, just before you go to act, the world has that big rip in it, the portal, and a figure in shimmering armor steps through. You recognize your uncle, Byron Ward, except he looks healthier here. He looks a little bit less kept. He's got like some scruff coming in on the sides, and he's sort of more physically there. He's like more muscular, you're pretty sure, and he carries himself with the confidence of a Byron Ward who is still alive, because that is what he is. And he assertively puts out a hand towards you and says, "Take my hand. There's things that you need to learn, and you can't with them here."
Like, leave my friends?
Quickly.
Is there any way I could tell if this is really Byron or not?
You could roll a wits empathy check. You could roll a fate. You could roll fate magic, fate plus gnosis. It will cost you a mana.
Okay, I will do that. 1 second.
So yeah, you just give way into your magical senses to try to like feel out what is the fate of this person. Are they really connected to me?
8.
Wow. With 8 successes. Never ready for it. Mona, you gained a beat from the 11 successes thing too. And a willpower back? Do you want a willpower back? Is that a thing you need? You gain that. 8 successes on the Fate Gnosis. Okay. So when you look at the extended hand, the moment kind of like slows down. And you can see very clearly that this Byron has a strong connection to you, as strong as the other people here with you. I think that you do have an intimate connection with Parallax, Alora, Hannah, and Mona. You've got a strong connection with Hunts the Storm. Your destinies are all tied. With this Byron, you do have an intimate connection. However, it's strange because you've never met him. This isn't exactly your Byron. This is Nega Byron. This is the Byron from this world, and you can tell that with your fate magic. The offer extended to you is one of immense power. You see that there's a moment here where destiny splits, and you choose between great power and great responsibility. But you can also tell with 8 successes that this is not that moment, that you can still change which track you are on, even if you take that hand. If you do not take the hand, then you do not get the choice. But if you take the hand now, you will still be able to choose later.
Yeah, no, I'll go with Byron. That split moment, I'll like look back at my friends, and then I'll grab Byron's hand and take off at a run.
Yeah, and you don't need to run far. It's just like 2 steps backwards into the portal that opened conveniently close to you that closes. The remaining flying monkeys begin to disperse rapidly.
Do we go after her?
As you stand in shock, there's a deep sound, almost like a horn, that vibrates through the rocky outpass near where you are. Surrounding you, you see forces begin to rise, dressed in black. They are wearing these massive hats. And in the distance near the city, something horrifically large rises up. It looks like some sort of fleshy limb. And it lurches out of the city, bounding towards you.
I think we should go the other direction.
It's blocked. All you are now surrounded. You've walked into a trap.
Awesome.
Rushed into a trap, you might even say.
Okay, so goal number 1, survive. Goal number 2, get Ethyl back from strange, pretty Byron.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty sure Byron's evil.
Yeah, I wasn't sure our Byron was good in the first place.
Can we escape through my soul ladder?
Ooh. You bring everyone close to you, and you can try. You'll need to be touching everyone, you think.
Okay, everyone, bring it in. Huddle, group hug.
As you are all coming together, the army surrounding you begins to fire some sort of projectile, like spears through the air. Mona, you can roll your Prime plus Gnosis to absorb everyone into your soul.
If we're all group hugging, can I also do a life shield just in case they hit us?
Yeah, you could roll your life Gnosis to give everyone a point of armor. It might be effective to instead use space magic or space shielding. Life magic would make it so that you would be in faster form, right? But space magic would make you slightly in a different location.
Do I get any yantra bonuses for the physical touch?
No, that just lets you do it.
Okay, I got 6 successes.
And gone. Mona, what does it look like as you go inside your soul?
Like you're in this red Jeep Cherokee, and it's on. It feels like you're going on like a trip with your friends. Everyone's in a different seat. I'm driving. There's like some music going on. Someone has like a map on their lap, but the scenery, it's just like these giant gears. There are gear mountains. There's a gear song. Hair's going everywhere because the AC is junked.
We leave this exhilarating scene to another exhilarating scene. This one is set on the top of a tower made of beautiful hematite. Just pure hematite. Shouldn't be possible, but it is. It's a hematite tower here. in the city of Ozymandias. You and Byron are looking down into the city, where you can see that stretching up to be almost at a height with the tower, one of the tallest in the city, is a massive statue of a woman. It's you, Ethyl.
What? How old am I?
You are the age you are now.
Oh, okay.
It's fairly flattering. You know, you look very serious in the picture or in the statue, but it's very accurate. It's like photorealistic almost. Like you are this place's Statue of Liberty. In one of your hands, there's a skull.
Cool. Can I very rapidly use matter magic? I think it would be matter to make myself look a little bit hotter.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. Do that. Like,
Yeah, roll matter plus gnosis. Oh, it does paradox though.
I feel like this is exactly the thing that Ethyl would not care.
Right.
Be honest.
You got a lot of gnosis there. Eight gnosis.
Yeah.
That's a lot of paradox dice.
I wish there was a place to write it on this character sheet digitally because I have to count it every single time. And that's what takes up most of the time. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Are you using a tool?
Yeah, I still have like that grave dirt, I think, or like ashes, I'm sure, with me. I'm going to go and just draw on the statue like what I want to fix with the ashes.
On 7 dice of paradox, 0 successes. It just works. It
gross.
Yeah. And Byron, who's standing next to you, just steps back in awe of your magic. It's very impressive, he says. I was told stories, but I didn't imagine that they could be as true as they are.
Byron, what happened? Where are you? Where are we?
One moment.
How are you here? You're supposed to be in the time ship.
We don't have much time. If you could, just for a moment, and they step over to a section of floor which lowers them down dramatically.
Whoa.
As they do, there is a sound that sounds like "Alas!" and then some just like Wilhelm screams, but quiet. Byron comes back up, re-dignified. He's got a cape now. He didn't have a cape before. And he is holding a platter of delicious treats. What would be some sort of delicious treat that would make Ethyl happy?
Ooh, probably a mixture of like warm brownies and a jumbo-sized bag of crinkle potato chips.
Well, since neither of those things exist, he has brought you a close amalgamation in the way that there are some fried potatoes with salt, some delicious sweets, which seem to be made with flour and sugar and some sort of fruits preserve. You're not sure what without putting them in your mouth. And he walks over and says, now we should have all the time in the world.
For what, Byron?
For us to chat.
Okay. And Ethyl, who I don't think has eaten in a while, is going to be like, sweet. She's going to sit down, she's going to take the treats and start shoving them with abandon in her mouth and be like, what do you want? What do you want to talk about? How are you not dead anymore, by the way?
This world is better. I'm not dead in this universe. I instead survived our family. You don't exist here. But that means that there'll be no one for you to replace. You can exist here, my dear. This can be your kingdom, queendom. It can be your world. Have you ever wanted to rule a planet?
A planet?
Well, yes.
I mean, now you mention it, it sounds pretty cool. Well, I mean, how much responsibility is it? Because, like, I don't want to spend all my days, like, listening to, like, people come and complain to me about, their crops didn't grow or whatever, That's not fun.
No. And at this point, y'all are so wonderful. I do think that what I need to do is create breakout rooms.
Hello, Rudy. I hope you wanted me to take this terrible choice.
Oh gosh, I am excited about how this is going to go. There's a lot of opportunities here. You can feel the fate of this moment. If you had time magic, you could investigate the choices that you are making here and kind of like get a sense of whether they were good or bad or not. Do you have any unspent experience points?
5 experience points.
I would let you get a dot of time magic at 3 experience points, which is a discounted rate. You have a dot of time magic.
Just 1. I think I actually picked it at the very beginning and then just haven't used it since.
Well, you're in an alternate timeline right now. You can use your time plus gnosis already. And if you had a second dot of time, which I will still give to you at the discounted rate,
I will still buy that.
Then you could ask even more detailed questions about things here. Now, these spells will again paradox. And if you cast them with a tool, they will paradox less, but they will still paradox. So use them wisely. Divination says you can ask questions about the future, and I can explain them to you in short visions.
So I think the first question would be, what might my queendom look like?
Yeah, and as you ask this question, Byron says, no. If you cast a spell, then it will paradox. That will be too dangerous. So you'd have to roll, and I would roll paradox to do it. He says, let me. I can provide to you if you would just touch me ever so slightly on the arm.
I mean, like, I cast a spell already in here and nothing happened. I think you're being overly worried, but
you can feel paradox instinctively. So you know that the spell was like wonking for a second there, but it worked out.
Oh, no, it's fine. But yeah, I touch his elbow.
Byron is channeling some sort of energy into you. And if you had prime magic, you might understand it a little bit better. But what is happening is you can now roll time gnosis without paradoxing.
Okay.
So that's great. You can spend a willpower.
You don't paradox when you cast magic.
We have technologies here to avoid the paradox. We can provide this service to you. All of your spells need not paradox. That is your right.
Like, ever again?
As long as we continue to work for you, yes.
Who is we?
I am an agent, a servant to you. We call ourselves princes, which is but a title, and you could change it. We rule this land, and all people here would serve you. The world would serve you.
I got 6. I rolled 3 10s.
You can ask 6 questions then.
First, I want to ask him, what will happen to my friends if I stay here?
You sense that is unclear. There is certainly a chance that they will die. You do sense that one of the possibilities is that they die. Okay. And actually, the more you look at it with your exceptional success, you will have to oppose them. And so what happens to them will be what you inflict upon them.
Interesting. Second question. Could I bring them here to be part of my court?
As you look upon it, you imagine yourself trying to do it. You're being lectured by Mona. The other people are looking on at you disapprovingly as if you just brought a corpse back to life. They're so judgy. You don't think that having them at your court is a sustainable option.
Okay, can I try to imagine one other related future?
Oh yeah, you've only done 2, so.
Yes. Could I have them at my court, but just safely dead, where I could have them forever?
Yes. Anything that's dead is what you control.
Okay. That makes that sends a little unfortunate shiver of glee through Ethyl of the thought of, like, she could just keep her friends forever as dead versions of themselves. I mean, Byron was my dead friend for a while, and he's fine now.
Yeah, he's alive. Doing great.
Yeah. I want to ask Byron in the future, who else will be living here with Byron and I and potentially my dead friends.
You see this place. You see the city of Ozymandias filled with beautiful people in luxurious ball gowns, and they are being served by ghosts who bring them entrees as a haunting music plays in some distant ballroom. There, you are waited on hand and foot, with many suitors coming forth to seek your hand.
Ooh.
There's a uncomfortable twinge in your neck, however, and you kind of pull back to see around Ozymandias all of the spikes with heads upon them, and you see that new heads are being mounted.
Do I recognize who the heads are?
Nope, nobody's. No one that you care about.
Okay.
I'll go check in with the other group.
Oh, I have one.
Yeah.
Would I be immortal in this realm?
You see that there is a great... In fact, roll time gnosis again.
Okay. Oh, God. 1, 2, 3. 3.
As you're looking at this question, peering into the future in your mind, you see the timeline non-exist and then begin to define itself, and then suddenly you see a vision of yourself on top of a ziggurat with the life energy of many people flowing into you. You are immortal, a god.
Ooh. All right. I'm going to think about my last question.
And you suspect from that vision that that future didn't exist until you thought about it.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
I'll make like what?
Oh, hey, team. Is it recording for you when I'm not here?
No.
No.
Okay.
And then it just said, as you came in, it said recording in progress.
Yeah.
It's me. It's wherever I go.
Yeah.
Great. You missed our planning. And also, my cat's finally bathing each other. Oh! Like, I've never seen it happen ever. They just, like, I'm queen of the house. I'm going to bite you. I'm the mom now. Let me bathe you. And then I'm going to hit you because you're not letting me. And no, peaceful bathing. I was a creep watching them. Sorry, we just missed it. It's okay.
No, it's fine. It's fine. So I can run a little bit of this group here, or I can run it in a moment with Victoria back. I just needed to tempt Victoria with you all gone. And it's working. It's going really good.
Why am I nervous? Oh.
Don't be nervous. Ethyl made the right choice.
Be nervous.
I'm not so sure. I'm glad you have so much faith in her, but damn.
I have faith in Ethyl. We're her friends. I can see her being like, yes, I'll be queen of the planet, but my friends need to be on my planning board or something. She wouldn't like outright kill us.
I mean, that's the thing though. She's supposed to be like a teenager, and I could just totally see her being tempted with something, being the queen of a planet or whatever, and being like, oh, all you have to do to get that is cast aside everything that you are and everything you know. And it's like, oh, okay, boom. All your friends are gone. No problem.
Yeah, I mean, we destroyed a whole timeline. So what's destroying 4 other people?
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't on purpose. Ethyl did not know what was happening.
Are you all having this conversation in character?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should get Ethyl back.
We do. We need to get Ethel back. While we're in this timeline, while we're in this plane of existence.
Yeah.
Can we cast spells without paradox?
Yes, you can. You can cast any spells you want to without paradox, which means you could like seriously soup yourselves up.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
So, I'm Like a Bird by Nelly Furtado is on full blast as we cruise through this horizon of gears, and they're all moving. And Mona is like driving with their knees in like one hand as they're getting like spell components, and I'm gonna work on a spell. I'm gonna create a weapon.
All right. So here's how this is going to work. You all are going to figure out your die pools for some spells. You're going to cast those spells here. Ish, if you want to think about some way that Hunts the Storm would like to get prepared for this situation. Then there is going to have to be a space spell to follow them. Parallax can do it. Can't cast it from here, so you'll have to return back to the world and that army that was chasing you. So when I call you back next time, what's going to be happening is that you're going to be in a battle and then teleporting out of that battle, assuming that the spell doesn't paradox, you're going to get to Victoria.
Cool.
One quick thing for you. I'm just curious and see if I got my bone is guru, and I guided a little guiding earlier.
Yeah, I think that that's what you did with the occult scene of the monkey. So I think that that would count. Is it a willpower back or?
Yeah, willpower.
Nice. That totally fits.
Great. I'll turn into werewolf form and have the big werewolf form.
Oh, the big werewolf form. Okay. Also, while we are here in this dream realm, I think that Hunts the Storm wasn't here last time. So this is new to Hunts the Storm. And if you want to, like, what would Hunts the Storm be thinking about this? You've never been in a car? This is an alien vehicle. You've been taken by a spaceship through an alien landscape made of gears. And you can kind of tell that it is symbolic of the world. Your spirit tells you that this is a place that is sort of like a mirror image of how Mona sees it. And with your dots in occult, you would know that that's something that happens with wizards.
Right. Okay. No, it's all very. I was thinking about it while we were actually here. Like he doesn't know what these gears are. So
They're gears.
yeah, like machine, like more complex machine. It's all very strange, very just trying to keep himself together. Posed, pretty nervous, but knows it's a safe place, or it feels that way. Really, and I might ask some questions to know that. Seriously, keep asking questions like a little kid. But
Yeah,
like
that's why I need Alora here. Because Alora's not going to be casting spells, and I think that you and Alora would probably, like, Alora sees you and checks in on you, is what I would imagine that Alora would do.
Okay.
Oh, cat rat.
What is this? What does this do? You know, just such a thing, or any technology.
And yeah, Alora begins to explain to you the best that she can about how cars work, about how there's like tiny little explosions that turn things, and then the turning makes you go in a direction very fast, faster than you could walk. But they normally don't look like this. This is a weird car.
Yeah, they're all very strange.
All right, I'm zipping out.
What?
Hello.
What?
I didn't know where you were, so I ended the breakout rooms.
Oh, no, it's okay. I accidentally knocked myself out of the breakout room trying to switch windows. So I
Got
was
it,
back
got
just
it.
in the weird waiting to be in a breakout room. So it's me. Sorry.
No, it's
And
fine.
I didn't know how to
Just
tell
think of-
you that information because I was just in that room by myself. So I was like, Rudy will find me in the internet somewhere.
I've done it. I found you.
All right, I have my last question.
Okay,
Or my last, because I get to see something happening in the future, right?
that's correct.
I want to see the moment that I capture my friends.
You see it play out in hundreds of moments. They happen throughout the city. Some of them happen here on the tower.
That was my idea.
Oh no, I forgot the order.
Rudy, what a time to just throw me back out of our breakout room.
What is
Is it this, this,
Really
and then
just,
Trevor's here?
I don't think you could hear it, but I just screamed for nobody when you said that because then you killed the breakout room. So good, I didn't blow out your audio. But
Right. So what happens is that you imagine it. A bunch of them are here on top of this tower. Some of them are out throughout this kingdom. It happens soon, and you can tell in this moment that why you are seeing so many versions of this is that Parallax keeps trying to change it. And sometimes Paradox strikes and like destroys all of them.
what? Okay, interesting.
Speaking of Paradox and Parallax, Trevor, Space Gnosis, you're using your pocket watch, so you're going to be getting +1 bonus and a -2 Paradox, but it's still a lot of Paradox.
Yeah.
50 dice.
Still a
Would you like
bunch.
to spend any mana to reduce the Paradox pool?
Don't think I will.
Okay. You don't. It does Paradox.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, I got 4 successes on that. And I guess I'll absorb it.
Roll your wisdom. You need
Yeah.
3 successes.
All right. I got 2 successes or so far, but one of them's a 0. So I'm re-rolling it. And it wasn't. No.
What happens is that you cast the spell, and 1 paradox is enough to shift where it is targeting. And as you step through, you're all prepared, and then suddenly you are all separated as the timelines of time and space rip you apart, because the abyssal force that is casting this spell is the Prince of 100,000 Leaves, who is the abyssal entity that is enacting this paradox. You are also thousands of feet in the air.
Could I have cast my cool spell on my friends before we left the soul car?
Yeah, you did. What was the spell that you cast?
Okay, good. Because this is the thing that I was like, yeah, if we suddenly fall out of a window. So there's this thing when you're in Archmaster where your spell can evolve in a viral way as a life mage and like be kind of evolution-y.
Yeah, absolutely. So you want to give them an adaptable evolutionary thing. I think that what it means is that you'll have to find some sort of totem to sacrifice here, something that you use as a focus for this spell, because that is an Archmaster spell. So you need quiescence. You need something that's perfect to represent evolution.
Not a potato.
You could forever change your DNA. The quiescence could be that you evolve yourselves right now. That you are no longer human in the same way.
Wait, just for me or just for everyone?
Everyone that you cast it on.
So it would be something like they have basically the X-Man mutant gene, and it gets triggered in stress situation, and that response change in them is then permanent.
Some sort of change will be permanent, yes. It won't be the full evolutionary power, but you would be forever altering their DNA. Or you could think of another suitable sacrifice. Is anybody else casting a spell, I imagine?
Mona created a hand axe that shoots celestial fire when you swing it for Hunts the Storm.
That happened. Parallax had to cast some time magic for it to work out, but now you have a celestial hand axe. Is there a spell that's attached to this?
You can make it fire celestial fire, birds through all levels, or destroy the target's mana.
That's intense. That happens. Those are both spell effects that you can do.
Excellent.
Ish, you should write down that you can roll 8 dice, and essentially you shoot pure arcane energy out of this axe like a magic wand. You can do this. And you, instead of destroying them physically, can also destroy their mana.
So I get to choose which one I do. Wow.
Actually, Mona's an Archmaster of Prime. It does both, if you'd like it to.
Nice. Yes, I would.
Oh, wow.
And then out of that universe, I instantly take my wings out and look for my friends.
Yeah, so you start circling, looking for where they are. Hannah, did you decide if you were going to sacrifice everyone's humanity?
Well, I asked for consent before I did it, so it's up to them. They can say no.
Yeah, I'm out.
I can just make you like, hey, before I go out, let's hone the form for everyone. Low key strong, not X-Van jeans.
See, my thought goes immediately to the Fantastic Four and was it The Thing?
Mm-hmm,
Yeah, that's what I'm imagining. I don't want that.
And how do you think it will affect me as a shape changer? That's not neither and spirit, wolf, and man meld into one already.
Yeah. How do you think it's going to affect Hunts the Storm?
I do something really funky with the spirits too, where like this, like the DNA of the spirit part of Hunts the Storm would also change.
Mona says yes because she trusts them.
Okay. I don't know what'll happen. It'll be a reaction to whatever thing that will cause us stress, which could be anything.
You could just do Honing the Form, which is not nearly as much of a commitment. That's not an Archmaster spell.
Yeah, I could hone the form, make us all super strong and dexterous.
Here's a potential spell that you could do. You could take your life plus Gnosis. Do you have Honing the Form as a rope?
Yeah, I do.
So plus 5 from your skill there.
Yeah,
the other yantras. That dice pool is big. You'll be raising everyone's attributes by 6, but then you can reduce the die pool by 2. So the die pool, life Gnosis plus 5 is what?
16.
If you reduce that from 16 down to 8, you'd be adding 10 to someone's stat. And with 8 dice, you'll do it.
You want to be pulse for an afternoon or whatever time it is, because time is weird.
Whoa.
Ooh.
We cut from the party scattered, throne dropping thousands of feet, to the one who is watching them drop, but in slow motion. So Ethyl, you see your friends, their energy kind of like appears around you. They appear first as ghosts. They look like they're stronger, ready to fight. And then they are shunted away and into the sky in various points, equidistant around you, forming a pentagram in the heavens as they fall from high above to below the city.
Does it look like, I don't know if I can know this, does it look like they did that of their own volition, or that was done to them?
You could use fate magic to try to determine what's happening. Oh, you have wings now.
5.
Okay. You can tell that it was Paradox. You can tell that the world did that to them. The Paradox here seems to be almost sentient. So you could feel Parallax's nimbus for a moment as things got a little darker when they first appeared, but then they shot off, and that was clearly not what Parallax intended.
Okay, so they're all falling from the sky now?
Yeah.
Okay, can I open like a ghost skate under each of them and just catch them all in the death realm?
You can. It looks like Mona is flying, so you'll have to cast it on Mona. Mona's got big wings, angel wings.
Okay, yeah, I will do that. But my goal is to, catch and cradle them all in death safely.
Yeah, so it'll be a death gnosis -5.
Can I use a yantra?
Absolutely. What's your yantra that you're using?
I'm going to speak in high speech. Fall easily, my friends, into the comfort of death. And then I'm going to try to catch them.
Add +3 to this roll.
Okay, so what am I minusing?
You're gonna subtract 6, sorry. Yeah, subtract 6 from this, because they're so spread out.
Cool.
And you do feel the paradox happen. Would you like to spend any mana to reduce the 9 dice of paradox?
Did we ever explain to you what happens with paradox?
With paradox? It's bad, right? Don't do it.
Yeah, I feel like it should be so obvious that neither Ethyl or Victoria understand paradox at all. I got 4 successes. And how does the mana to paradox thing work? Is it 1 mana, 1 paradox?
That's right. And you can't reduce all of it.
I'll reduce it by 2. 7 is a magic number.
So you could reduce it down to 1 if you had 8 mana.
I do, but I don't feel like I should get rid of all my mana. That feels like a bad choice. And I don't really understand paradox, so this is fine.
Well, let's see what happens. I'm just going to roll 7 dice. No successes again. There is no paradox.
Ethyl is learning no lessons. I just want to point this out. Mona, no lessons. I'm so sorry.
Right. So you unfurl all of these portals. And Mona, you would recognize that this is Ethyl who is shunting you through this portal. Would you allow yourself to fall in?
No, because I haven't located my friends and I'm not sure if they're safe.
Okay, so you're going to roll a dexterity plus composure check. Hannah, when you gave everyone 11 dots, what did you put them in?
4 in stamina, 4 in strength, and 3 in dexterity.
I'm going to roll 3 more dice.
Everyone is a Hulk.
Parallax and Hannah, unlike Alora and Hunts the Storm, actually, Hunts the Storm, you've got bird form, right?
Yeah.
You can try to transform if you would like and avoid this hole that has rippled below you.
The death.
All right, so anyone who is trying to do that must first roll a dexterity plus composure check because you don't entirely understand what's happening. You don't have wings immediately because Mona had put on those wings, and you must get a success on a dex composure check. Parallax, are you going to try to teleport?
Probably not. I can tell this is Ethyl, right?
Nope, but you're in it.
Yeah, I don't think I would be able to rack fast enough.
In the bag. Hannah.
Yeah.
In the portal?
I still have to roll dex composure.
If you want to escape the portal, yes.
Hannah's of the mind of like, no, we're going to rescue Ethyl. Ethyl made this portal to save us. Right? I trust Ethyl.
Okay. Alora, of course, goes through, hunts the storm.
I don't know what this portal is.
No.
No, it looks like death, and this place is full of death. So I'm going to dodge it.
All right, roll dexterity plus composure.
Okay. So I got a +3 from your spell. So
Mm-hmm.
2 successes.
All right, with 2 successes, you can make it's a dexterity plus athletics roll now. To spin as you shift forms, your body stopping to be in wolf form and sprouting all these majestic feathers, careen to the side.
Yes.
In fact, you're kind of like that perfected spirit that Hannah was trying to create anyway. And if Hannah had cast that spell on you, there would have definitely been lasting effects on you.
6
I
successes.
love to do really cool stuff, but it's not always great to do stuff to your body.
Yeah, Hunt of the Storm, you gain a beat as you dramatically twist away from it, diving out of the way. And Mona, you got a comparable number of successes?
2.
2. Mona, that's not enough successes to avoid the portal. So you can succeed at a cost, or you can fail, go inside the portal, dramatically fail, which would be bad.
I will regular fail
In the hole.
and hope that my other friends are gonna land okay.
The Death Realm here is filled with spirits because this is where all of the ghosts have gone. There's hundreds and thousands of them here, but at the will of Ethyl, they have created a fibrous net which collects all of you and brings you safely and capturedly into a hanging, ghostly, like ectoplasm net. And the three of you and Alora have all rolled down to the bottom of it. Here you are suspended above the city, and down there in the city you see hundreds of thousands of ghosts. All of the ghosts, a veritable ghost army.
Woo! Ethel did it!
Yeah, see, Ethel's totally succeeding.
That's awesome. Okay. Now we have a ghost army behind us. But
All
wait,
right.
Hunt the Storm.
Damn, all of my compatriots died in that portal of death.
Yeah.
I'm so tragic. This is a loss of losses.
As you, in bird form, veer off, you see Ethel with her hand outraised. She's just killed all of them. And then, whoop, the gateways to death close.
She killed them.
Can I now appear in death where my friends are?
You can, but first roll a wits plus composure check.
I feel like I've done amazingly well on these so far, which means probably this will be the end of this. Oh, thank God. 2?
With 2 successes, you see that 4 of the 5 of them fall through, but the last one turns into some sort of bird being. Probably Hunts the Storm or Hannah.
Okay. Can I now zip into death to see my friends?
Yes, you can.
Okay. And I can.
You, however, have horrific paradox. There's 11 dice. There's 11 dice of paradox on this roll.
For me to go into death?
Yeah.
It's a rote.
Yep. All spells paradox here.
Okay. Can we?
I mean, except for Byron. Byron knows how to make it so spells don't paradox.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to say to Byron, Byron, can you help me? I want to step into death so I can introduce myself and my friends to their new home.
Yes, though it will take me a moment. I need to collect the supplies.
That's fine. Can I still change my appearance at will?
Yes, you can absolutely change your clothing with your matter magic.
Okay. While he's doing that, I am upping my looks. I now have jewels. I have a little crown floating above my head. And my makeup is on point, and I am waiting for Byron to...
Okay. Byron begins to descend, and then you begin to use some matter magic, which has 11 dice of paradox, unfortunately.
To change my look?
Yes.
Oh, that's fine. I'm still going to do it. Wait, can Byron help me do that too? Come on, Byron, I have to look good or it won't matter. It has to. I have to look good.
Byron's like, yes, of course. I'll bring extra supplies. You'll have to wait, though.
Fine. Pacing.
But not long, he just sounds.
Okay.
But that is going to be enough time for Hunts the Storm. What would you like to do?
I want to fly down. I see them talking to each other, and then I want to fly down. Can I talk? I don't know if we ever said this. Can I talk in the bird form?
It's like your war form, so I don't think that you're good at talking in it. You can talk, but it doesn't sound super intelligible.
Right. That's fair.
But you can shift forms at will.
Yeah. Well, I'll fly down and turn into human form so I can talk and be like, and talk to Ethyl. You've been corrupted by this entity from this realm. What are you doing? Why have you killed all your friends?
Can I recognize this as Hunts the Storm?
You do.
Okay. I'm gonna sigh and say, like, you were supposed to go through the gate too so we could all be together. I can open you another one if you want.
This entity has corrupted you. Look, you've become a queen of death here.
Actually, Hunts the Storm, you smell something. It smells overpoweringly of blood.
Ooh.
Ethyl and or Byron do?
Byron has descended through a little platform at this point.
Oh, he's gone. Okay.
So he has just disappeared as you have arrived.
Okay.
But there is a hole where he disappeared into. And it does seem to be where the smell is coming from. I don't think you need to roll for that one.
Okay. This place is corrupt. This entity you were talking to, this Byron called him. He smelled the blood and pain.
Lightning breaks in the background as a storm of blood begins here. Everything smells like blood. It's fine.
Like it's raining, but it's blood?
It hasn't fully started raining, but there was a bolt of lightning, and then, like a drop of blood comes and lands near you. You feel like you could use matter magic to keep it all away from you.
I can't, because I'll cause paradox.
Correct.
Come on, Hunt the Storm. You don't want to be out in this terrible blood storm. Come on, come meet our friends. I have an exciting announcement for you.
You must bring them back here.
There is a crunching sound and a sound of faint screams from below. Then Byron returns. Now he has these elaborate shoulder pauldrons to match his cape. And he says, "It is done. I have the energy for you, young niece. Who is this? One of your companions?"
He missed the portal.
Roll a wits empathy check. Both of you can roll a wits empathy check.
With empathy.
Wits empathy.
I'll spend a willpower point.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
3 successes.
2 for me.
Oh, no, 1 success for me. Sorry, I was counting how many dice I get to roll. 1 success.
With 1 success, you can tell that Byron knew about your other friends, but you don't think that they knew about Hunts the Storm. Hunts the Storm, you can tell that Byron has a strong desire to make you dead and is only being stopped by the fact that Ethyl is here right now.
Well, then, Ethyl, Yes, my apologies. Let us go to our friend.
Yay! And Ethyl claps her hands a couple times and jumps up on the balls of her toes. All right, Byron, send us both in.
There's enough for you to also change your attire.
Oh, good. Yeah. And Ethyl makes herself look amazing with a little floating crown and jewelry, and she wants a cape too since Byron has one. And she'll give Byron a little kiss on the cheek when he casts the spell. Thank you, Uncle. You're the best.
Smiles and nods. No, you're the best.
Don't listen to him. Stop casting magic.
He can do it without paradox, so it's not a problem.
No, that's costing it greatly. He's building up paradox, or feeding off of it.
No, we have ways of mitigating that here. You don't need to fear paradox as long as you stand with the prince.
It's corruption! He's corrupting it. He's turning you into something vile. Don't listen to him. Let us leave now. Don't cast any more spells for your vanity's sake.
I told you that you couldn't let them. They'll stop us. They'll stop you from getting what you want.
Don't you want to help your friends?
I do. That's why I'm keeping them safe. Now come on. Byron, cast a spell.
Don't do it.
You have to open... I don't have that mastery of death magic like you do.
Oh, and I'll open the portal.
Okay. Roll a death plus gnosis.
Okay, and I'm going to do a little come hither hand to hunt the storm. Come on.
I want to turn into not the werewolf one, the guy between the two.
Yeah.
Big dude. And then grab, and then jump into the portal, but grab Ethyl at the same time.
Whoa.
Not grabbing Byron, just grabbing Ethyl.
Just Ethyl, yes.
Okay. Ethyl doesn't really have a lot of protections for this. You could use fate magic to try to stop it if you spent a point of mana.
Yeah, I'll do that. I also got a 6 on that roll.
So what is Ethyl's defense?
A 2. They're both 2.
And then you have 5 dots of fate?
5 dots of fate.
All right, Hunt the Storm will be subtracting 7 from this roll then.
Very well. And what is the roll?
It's probably a strength plus brawl check. And remember, you've got all that extra strength.
Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah. Okay. So it's 4 dots from Hannah. It would be 10 dice minus 7, so it's 3.
3.
I'll spend another willpower.
That's a reasonable thing to do in this situation.
It's 6 dice.
A lot of tense moments in this one.
To think we spent about 15 minutes trying to think of that song, and I've just forgot again.
Waterfalls?
Waterfalls.
Okay. 3 successes.
With 3 successes, you easily do it without damaging Ethyl. You kind of just scoop through the portal. You're standing out past the edge of the tower now on this ectoplasm bridge, which leads to this vast ectoplasm net, while thousands of ghosts fly up to see what's happening. And in reverence to Ethyl, it seems, the Death Realm is cold and still. Your friends see you as you come through, but they are some distance away from you yet, and bound in ectoplasmic web. But they're witches, so how long can that hold them?
Hunt the storm, there they are. Let's go over to see them.
Yes, let's go.
You might as well just carry me now, I suppose.
Okay.
Not what I pictured, but this is kind of dramatic as well.
Byron walks curtly through the portal that you have opened, assuming that you're leaving it open?
Mm-hmm. I'll snap it shut after. Well, no, I'll leave it open because, like, I don't know what it's like to reopen it from the side, so we'll leave it.
Yeah. The ghosts around you, Byron gestures, and they begin flooding through the portal. He walks after you, his cape waving dramatically. You reach the rest of the party.
All right. Hunt the storm, put me down, please.
Let's go over to where's everybody? These guys.
So they're all in this hanging net, all together. They were all collected from their disparate falling places. And now they're a somewhat awkward pile of limbs and wings. And
Actually, let's go over to our friends.
Oh, yes. And then can I make the net disappear so they can all just land on the ground?
yeah, you pull a section of it away and they can walk out onto the little raised parapet with you.
Okay. As you do that, I put you down.
Yes. All right. When Hunt the Storm puts me down, I walk out a couple steps and I open my arms really wide and I say, "Welcome, my friends, to my queendom."
Wow.
Isn't it great?
It's awesome. You did it.
We have a ghost army, and Byron can basically help us do anything without Paradox. It's perfect.
There is an uncomfortable beat where everyone who has fate magic and hunts the storm because he understands people suddenly realize that you will not all be able to be in agreement to stay here. There is something horrifically wrong with Ethyl's queendom, and you all feel it. Except for Ethyl, who feels that they feel that way.
You mean like I can still feel fine about it?
You can still feel fine about it.
Okay, cool.
Can I roll a prime gnosis to see maybe what's going on in here?
Yeah, so remember, team, sights are not Paradox. So you can roll Prime Gnosis or any other arcana to analyze a scene at any point without risk of Paradox.
Yeah, fate sight.
Yeah, roll Fate Gnosis then.
Yeah. Hannah's like, yeah, this is great. You've done all the things that are going to help us go back out to the Abyssal timeline and beat the Prince of 100,000 Leaves. Like, you've done all the things, right?
Why do we have to go back out?
We can't live in this death realm. Also, I got 7 successes on Prime Gnosis.
Yeah, you don't mean to stay here, do you, Ethel?
We can make, this is like the type ship. We can just make anything here and we'll be fine. We'll be safe.
You can tell that this area, this death magic, is actually being overlaid over the city, turning it into a verge to the underworld. This location is becoming aligned with death, and death magic is becoming stronger here. You can also tell with your prime 7 successes that this location is under close supervision by this realm, which the entity that is the Prince of 100,000 Leaves seems to be able to observe the Death Realm and is observing you very closely right now. Hannah, successes on Fate Gnosis. 5. You can tell that right now there is a possible confrontation between you and Ethyl. If you attack Ethyl, then it may cause a massive break in the group. What you have to do is somehow make Ethyl agree with you without attacking. If you attack, you will not be able to win Ethyl. Ghosts continue to pour through the portal as Byron walks up. Cross closes his arms.
We can't live in the death realm. We'll die.
That's fine. You can be ghost forever. Or you can come back to life like Byron. By the way, this is Byron. Look how much cooler he looks when he's not dead. And like in that really gross suit.
Do you remember why we came down here, Ethyl? It was
to escape the things that were chasing us?
no, like what we've been trying to do, going back in time, leaving our home to come back in time, then down to hell. It was to save the place that we left, like our home, where there's other people, not just us. There's brownies, there's dates with boys, there's the mall, there's actual balls with people and other people that also matter. And if we stay here, it's like we're giving up. And
You're saying that these people don't matter? Listen, we don't have brownies yet, whatever those are, but we'll get them. I hear that there is cocoa, cacao. There is that here that you use to make them. We don't have it at present.
this is just like the Rapunzel story. It's like, Rapunzel's mom being like, no, you should stay in this tower. We got everything you need. But really, it's a prison. Ethyl, you can be queen, but you're queen of a prison for yourself. There's so much more world that we have to save, and we need you. You're queen of everything of our hearts, too.
Well, that's a heartstring puller. Gosh darn it.
I roll persuasion.
Yeah, I think you can. Absolutely. Maybe with a +2 bonus.
Yeah, what is that?
Queen of our hearts.
I'm going to game this, Victoria. Is it manipulation persuasion? No.
It does sound like manipulation persuasion, doesn't it?
Or composure, because I'm trying to get her to believe, like I am standing firm. I say composure.
I would say presence or manipulation.
Okay,
Either is
manipulation. You said +2?
+2, so presence plus persuasion +2.
I'm going to give a willpower too.
Okay.
Ethyl, I want you to believe in the power of friendship. Because, like, Hannah has experienced this already, was given the temptation, and it was the power of friendship to save them. So Hannah's like, no, Ethyl understands friendship. And okay. I got 2.
Yeah. These people really like you, Ethyl. Hans, what were you going to say?
No, I was just saying, Ethyl, to Anna, you must listen.
Wait, doesn't Ethyl also have to roll?
Nope.
Okay, cool. Yeah, slightly persuaded.
Yeah, no, for sure, slightly persuaded. But
Can I also... I have the ability to give people mage sight. Can I give Ethyl a mage sight that would show her what's actually, like, help her understand what's actually happening?
Oh, that's a really good idea.
Do you mean prime sight or
Yeah.
like a combo prime plus fate sight, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the thing. That is a spell, and that means that it will paradox. But yes, you can. What's your gnosis these days?
7.
7. So this is going to be 7 dice of paradox. 3 for this place and 4 for your gnosis.
I can spend some mana to lower it.
Can you spend 7 mana?
I can spend 3.
It'll be 4 dice of paradox.
Okay. And I also have willpower. Can that be used?
Not on paradox.
Okay.
The good news is on 4 dice I rolled 0 successes.
Oh, great. Okay, so I'm gonna roll this prime spell. Can I use willpower to roll more?
Yes, you can roll 3 more dice with willpower, and you can also add 1 yantra.
Oh, great. I do. I'll speak in high speech.
For +2.
And I'll say, see through my eyes, Ethyl, and see the truth. 5 successes.
With 5 successes and 0 paradox, suddenly, Ethyl, you see it clearly. Your eyes illuminated. You see the prince of 100,000 leaves looming over this reality, hungry for you to agree to his deal, hungry for you. You would be queen here, but queen to a dark god, ruling over the people, but not this monstrosity. You also see that Byron in Mona's fate vision is just absolutely covered in blood. They had purged themselves of the death that they had gone through, but with fate sight, you can see that they have just killed hundreds of people in the last 10 minutes. They
cast that spell.
They ate them because in this reality, cannibalism is worship, and worship reduces paradox. If you eat someone here, you will no longer have paradox on your spells.
Byron, what were in those treats you gave me?
You couldn't have just left well enough alone. And he's going to go full demon Byron, turns into like a bursting magical death shade. He says, join me, Ethyl. We can still eliminate them. And he's going to cast some powerful death magic on all of you. Mona, if you'd like, it will risk paradox again. You can try to counter their spell.
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to be rolling an opposed prime gnosis. They are actually, because they're trying to affect all of you, not rolling a super large dice pool. So you've got a good chance of being able to counter this spell, but there's also going to be 9 dice of paradox.
Can I throw up a death shield on all of us? I would know this. Does death shields block death magic?
It does.
Okay. So I'm also going to spend a willpower.
Okay. Would you like to spend any mana to reduce the paradox die?
I'm out of mana. I used to go on the last one.
You can hurt yourself for a point of bashing damage to reduce it by 3. You'll gain 3 mana that you immediately spend on it.
I'll do that.
Okay.
And my virtue is hero. Does that help with the pool at all?
You regain all your willpower because this is possibly a mistake.
Okay.
There is, on 6 dice, a single successive paradox, which...
Also get...
Oh, when did Caity leave? I didn't even see Caity leave.
Right when you said a single successive paradox. So just have to say that again.
That's all right. So let's take a short break, team. We'll come right back, and we're going to wrap this up very soon.
This game is wild.
Yes.
I'm sorry I tried to become an evil queen against you.
That's good stories.
When you listen to it, I believed I could keep you safe in death as my dead friends forever.
Yeah.
Seems legit. Byron said it would work.
That's why I didn't go in that hole. It was too scary.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad you didn't, because that was way more interesting to have that moment of like you trying to be a moral compass to a teenager.
Yeah.
Although I only rolled 2, so we'll see where that takes us.
Yikes.
Yeah. I had 14 dice pool.
14 dice. Yeah.
Wow, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
Probably going to get the spell off. But then you got the death shield.
Yeah.
You get successes on that roll? You got no successes, did I hear?
Only 2.
Only 2.
Yeah, I had a 14 dice pool.
Rudy likes that.
He likes that a lot.
It got intense.
It did.
Very tense.
Yeah, and I didn't roll well.
On 6 dice of Paradox, I only got 1 success. You'll have to absorb it by rolling your wisdom. Or release it into the spell.
No, I'm going to take it in.
Okay, we'll take another point of bashing damage, assuming you get 1 success.
What?
You'll take another point of bashing damage, assuming you get 1 success. Sorry, I think I might have had Discord unmuted. Mistakes.
No, you had it. Where's my wisdom?
Your wisdom is below your health and your mana. I think it should be 7 still.
Oh, it is. Yep. Okay, yeah, I got a success, at least 1. I got.
All right, so yeah, you take 1 point of bashing damage. How many successes on your prime plus gnosis?
2.
He got 3, and he was rolling only 7 dice, but he passes that spell through your spell with an enhanced potency. Ethyl, you see the death lightning jutting out towards your friends. It is going to deal a massive amount of aggravated damage to all of them. And in that moment, you can choose to cast a death shield because, that would be one way to protect them from some of the damage. You can try to roll more than 3 successes to counter the spell, or with your Archmastery of Death, you can turn the death energy around and completely destroy Byron with it.
I was actually just going to ask that if I could, instead of shielding my friends, just destroy Byron before the spell goes off.
Yep. So you step in, and if you do not stop the spell, it's going to affect you as well. Roll death plus gnosis.
It's going to affect me as well?
Yes. As you step in the way of the blast, countering it, turning it back on Byron.
Whoa, I rolled 3 10s. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. Whoa, I threw 3 more 10s. Holy shit. 6, 7, 8. I'm sorry, I swore. 10 successes. That was wild. I'm sorry I said a cuss word.
And there is no paradox on this spell because Byron sacrificed enough people for you to not paradox on this.
Okay, and when it happens, can I yell at Byron in high speech?
Yeah, roll 2 more dice.
Okay. I'm gonna yell, "How dare you lie to me and try to hurt my friends!" 1 success. Hopefully that's worth potentially blowing out your audio for a second there.
So 1 more success. How many total, though?
11 then?
There's this grandiose moment where all the death energy flows out, you catch it, you resume it back in with just your voice projecting it into him, and he disintegrates down to a skull that is not carved. All of the ghosts rise up here, and you understand instinctively that they will all listen to you now. This is your ghost army.
Okay, and I want to walk over, pick up Byron's skull, and just put it in my bag. That doesn't have a Byron skull right now because I left it in the time ship. And then just zip it close. Really?
Would you
all right.
roll 2 dice for me?
Okay.
What do those dice mean? Rudy? What are those 2 dice for? What are they for?
One's a 9 and one's a 3. Oh, I want it to be high or low.
With one success, as you pick up Byron's skull, you feel the weight of all of the people who have been murdered, including Byron, in this past 10 minutes, and you are sickened to your stomach. You do not lose a wisdom, and you feel really horrible about everything that's happened here. You gain a beat, and that is where we're going to end this session.
That was awesome. Can we give Ethyl a big group hug?
Yes! Ethyl, you did it!
Ethyl MVP.
That was intense,
so
guys.
proud.
Also,
I don't think
your outfit looks amazing. Sorry.
I'll draw a better one when we're not gaming, but can I keep my little crown? Yes. I was a queen for a moment. I can be a queen to myself forever.
You are a queen forever, Ethyl.
Yeah. You were a
You
queen
are
to this
forever.
ghost army.
But now we have a ghost army. It's so cool.
Yes, and you are their queen.
You're the queen of the underworld. That's so epic.
I'm dancing, which you can't see because I'm a cat, but like I am dancing. So excited.
Wow.
That was
Wow.
epic.
Rudy, and to think you did that on a like missing a pint of blood brain. That was amazing.
Yeah.
That was so much fun, everyone. I think that the next episode is the finale of the season. Unless it drops into 2, but I think it is.
Wow. That's so exciting.
I'm so stressed.
Should we dress up as our characters? Oh, should we dress up as our characters?
I mean, if you would like to, you always can, team.
I'm gonna make so many shirts.
Yeah.
I know. I want a shirt that says the "What's your gnosis these days?" so bad.
And I'm gonna design that because I want it.
that
That's
sounds
a good
rad.
idea.
I will happily pay for one. Happily. Also, when we're making journals this Sunday, we should discuss our costumes for the finale because I'll turn my camera on if we're going to
Oh
do
my
that.
god, that'd be incredible. Ish, all you have to do is go find a wolf, skin it, wear it like a hood, right? That's
Oh my god. I have a black rabbit for a hoodie.
I have a couple sheep I flesh. It's not a wolf, though.
We'll see what we can come up with.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah, so I think everybody gets a point of experience for playing the game and beats for aspirations and obsessions.
I got defeat evil and nega timeline,
That's 1.
get ghost army,
Yep, that's 2.
create weapons for the army.
That's 3. You're doing it. That's the way.
Do we take a step towards reclaiming reality?
Not yet.
Am I still hungry?
Yes.
Did we find Oz?
You are in Oz. This city is
Yeah.
Ozymandias, so that's a beat. Hence the snore.
Escape or destroy the mega timeline.
I actually think that you are taking a beat in that direction, so yeah, take a beat for that.
Okay. All right. Get back to the time shift. Always the
Nope,
thing.
not yet.
Destroy or purify evil in the abyss.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll take it off. Escape or destroy the ghost monkey.
Yeah, I think so. You did escape / destroy the ghost monkey, so that's 3 beats.
And help recruit the ghost army.
Yep, that's another one.
Okay. And the last one was learn more spirit magic from Hannah, but that is.
It hasn't happened yet, but it's a good one to keep around. Parallax.
The closest one I think I got is a bit of a stretch, but it was confront the Prince of 10,000 leaves, 100,000 leaves, sort
I
of.
don't think you did do that. No,
Yeah.
not personally.
Cool.
What are your obsessions these days?
Let's see. So I have obsessions are learn of the ziggurat, keep Alora safe, and restore timeline.
Alora is safe.
Alora is safe. I don't know.
I don't think I did anything.
No, you know what? I'm going to give you a beat for failing keep Alora safe.
Yeah, it's just kind of dead.
Sure.
And yeah, Ethyl, don't forget to add the experience onto Alora as well. I think we can give her a couple beats for her aspirations. But what about Ethyl's aspirations?
Okay, hold on. I'm doing Alora's right now. Alora has 8 experience. I don't know what she can do with it. Well, maybe we'll talk about that next time.
Yeah.
Her aspiration currently is just to awaken. That hasn't happened yet. So, okay. Ethyl did amazing, though. So in her obsessions, 1, have all the nice things I want, which I feel for a second completely true. And then another obsession I have is to raise a ghost army. So
yep, that's a beat.
And then my other obsession, a little bit more of a stretch, is to bring people back from the dead. Since I killed my friends and then unkilled them, does that count?
No, they weren't truly dead. They were just
all right. That's cool. I didn't really want to kill them. Only if it meant they'd be safe. And then for my aspirations, learn more about magic.
I think you've learned more about magic, yeah.
And then this is an interesting thought. One of them is still to release Byron. Has Byron been ultimately released?
No.
All right. Also have a PJ party, but we're not.
If you had kept this Byron alive, I would have been like, yeah, this Byron is released.
Yeah, this Byron was he was a bad Byron.
He was a bad Byron. There's no way that your Byron would be like that.
No. My Byron's fine and at the ship and totally never has led me astray like when we killed that guy to talk to him.
Remember, your Byron has like a lot of memory problems, doesn't remember a lot of their past.
Yeah, my Byron's got some serious PTSD too, but you know.
Well, I don't know if this team would ever figure it out, but maybe let's say Parallax does figure it out. That this Byron was actually brought backwards in time by the Prince of 100,000 Leaves as like bait for Ethyl. This Byron shouldn't naturally be here. They are out of time.
But it was really Byron, just stolen out at the wrong time.
Yeah, exactly. But it was almost like a Byron that was created specifically for you. Because the Prince of 10,000 Leaves can control time. The Prince of 10,000 Leaves put a lot of their effort into making this Byron. It was one of their best chances to stop you.
I mean, they did a really good job. Came very close. Good job, friendship.
Yay, power friendship.
Power.
Maybe those Paradox dice pools will get you in our finale. We'll have to see. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.